Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching Recettear Review Capitalism Home Merchant Edition trademarked by SsethTzeentach. Holy heaven. Let's go in the count of 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey people, Seth here. Have you ever watched one of those sad documentaries about the living conditions of sweatshop workers in Thailand and thought to yourself, those poor people, they make products that sell for hundreds, yet they earn a single dollar for their labor. That's terrible. Those workers are clearly overpaid. I'd pay them half. Then I've got exactly the game for you. Recettear, released in 2007 and translated from Mandarin Chinese in 2010. On the surface, Recettear is a game about the true merchant experience of being a professional shill. As such, it resonates strongly with my own personal belief and culture. Instead of being a random, adventuring schmuck that risks their own life and limb to put bread on the table, you play as a child that risks their very soul by venturing into the most dangerous, cutthroat, and oppressive arena of all, the arena of business.
Oh god.
However, beneath the surface, Recettear is also
Dude, Luna Massacre was like a few months ago, and now Doge is getting fucked up a bit, Bitcoin getting fucked, oh my god, Silius, everything's going down, economy is getting destroyed, and a famine is coming. Guys, like, buckle up, because it's gonna be crazy in the next year.
A social commentary on whether or not it's ethically acceptable to hold a child financially responsible for her father's debt.
She looks very out of it, like she doesn't care about human life at all. She doesn't even care. Look at her eyes. They're just so soulless. There's no soul in those eyes. And that hairpin? Fuck that hairpin. It's so bad.
Spoiler, in this world, yes, we absolutely can. Now, get to work. Story. The story is very simple. Recette has a father who took a huge loan from the Rothschilds in order to finance his item shop without first reading the fine print or the terms and conditions. Realizing that he has no way of making repayment, he does what most absent fathers do. He heads out of town looking for Coke Vanilla and is never seen again.
Oh
Immediately
my god.
after, a loan shark appears. As you figured out from the title, Tyr is the secondary companion in Recettear, and from day one has psychologically engineered Recette into a state of Stockholm Syndrome, thinking that she is somehow friends with her debt repayment supervisor, who is a fantastic, genuine, and warm person, who is entirely ready to throw a child on the street if she doesn't make those dead. Throw a child.
That's so true. That's so true. They make you feel comfortable around them, and they just take everything piece by piece
On the street if she doesn't make those deadlines. But don't worry, there's a generous amount of time to settle your debt. An entire calendar month. As such, you have an increasingly high loan to repay each week, or
What? A month? A fucking month?
you get evicted and die in poverty. Welcome to Capitalism. Gameplay. Recettear is a high-speed simulation of a capitalist dream or the capitalist nightmare, depending on your personal ability and genetic factors. For each day, you have a finite resource. It's called time, and there's 4 blocks of time in each day. How you spend it is pivotal to your success. Grabbing inventory from a local merchants guild takes a block. Opening the store for business takes a block. Hiring some schmuck to steal loot from the dungeon takes 2. Also, he might not come back. Everything in Recettear is measured risk and reward. Your only objective is to pay off a damn loan shark, but you can approach that objective in any way you see fit.
Wait. People just can you just buy eggs, like fried eggs in a fucking stand nowadays? That's crazy. I would love that in my, like, nearby stores, because that's cheap, isn't it? Eggs aren't cheap anymore.
Every day is completely randomized, and you can't predict what happens next on the free market. The invisible hand of a free market is told to you through news bulletins, which, to paraphrase, sound like this. Valuable material prices have stabilized. Weapon prices are up. Oh, and also, there's a race riot happening in the north. The news in this game is amazing. These bulletins take place every morning, but they can trigger any time and force a rapid change in your sales strategy. Let's say a news report comes in that that the local harvest has failed completely. Food prices are up and people are getting desperate. How can we help? Well, we buy the remaining food supplies, put them on display, and sell them back to the people for a reasonable price.
250% higher. That's so... Okay, listen, price gouging is illegal in a state of emergency. I think in most countries, right? So isn't this illegal when the crops are when crops are getting hit by a natural disaster? Isn't it illegal for Cassette, is it her name, to actually like go and sell things 2.5 times higher than normal? Like that's very, very fucking immoral.
Of course, you can't put a price on feeding your family, can you? But I can. 260% of the base value. Thank you for your business. You don't have an alternative. Other times, you can have a complete lapse of judgment. Buying a commodity in bulk and selling it in high numbers will crash the market. Prices hit rock bottom, and until they correct, you better have a backup plan, or you're going to be evicted. The act of being a merchant, you better have a backup plan, or...
The game literally shows you this as the game over? Today's episode is sponsored by YouTube Super Thanks and of course YouTube's memberships. Join it if you can. The Super Thank is right of the share button down below. And of course, if you can't give any monetary amount to the channel, just whitelist it on your ad blog and that helps a ton. Thank you. Let's get back to the video. Okay, I thought that other game, that fucking Everset or Everlast, was the fucking worst, disgusting anime game. This is way worse. This is so fucked up. Reset's house. So yeah, her name is Reset. Reset. Resetters.
You're going to be evicted. The act of being a merchant in Recettear is a very personalized experience. You put something on display, you attract a certain kind of clientele. For example, a man haggles much less than a woman. I can easily upmark his purchases to 125% without a single complaint. But the moment I dare charge a housewife 120%, she will immediately haggle me down to 110, despite the fact that women have twice the disposable income to spend compared to men.
Can't cook out the noise. Oh my god, Poseidon's, oh fuck. Charge the Archimedes merit to sexually hot legume and lie. And block me Plato, you simp. Seth is so good.
What did they mean by this? Honey, I had to purchase this Buddha statue for $5,000 because it just fit into the decor of our room. Yes, I know food prices have doubled. That's why I took your Fredo bar you were hiding from me under the bed and sold it for $500. Small children are also equally baffling. They go into a bookstore, browse the selection, and then ask me if I have any food. Each successful transaction results in a tiny drop of merchant experience. This is worthless. The only way to level up is stringing together as many transactions as physically possible, allowing you to become a truly powerful merchant until you become semi-successful, and then this bitch shows up. She'll try to scam you with insane... A truly powerful merchant until you become...
So the game has fucking scammers too. God damn it, this is so real. It's just too much, man. The little shopkeeper, you are so lucky. Oh. You bitch.
Successful, and then this bitch shows up. She'll try to scam you with insane prices, and if you don't take it, she'll break your entire combo. Urea? More like urea, because she's an incarnation of human waste. As your merchant levels increase, your options expand, and the game gets increasingly more complex. You can customize the appearance of your store to attract different customers. You can expand the store to hold more items on display. You can fuse dungeon items together for less money, but exponentially more time. You can have customers sell you their garbage for garbage prices. You can agree to take advance orders from customers, only to forget about it until they come screaming the next day. You can even automate the whole process by replacing your entire store with vending machines, eliminating unnecessary
Holy shit, you can't fucking do that?
Human contact and streamlining the process of hands exchanging money. Who needs social distancing when our employees are unpaid, unfeeling golems whose only purpose is to serve you watermelon at competitive prices? Now, it is traditionally believed that you can't finish this game by staying in town. Bullshit. I finished the game in 2 days of play, and I didn't even need the dungeon. All I needed was some interior decoration. Turns out the best customer is your own business rival, because holy shit, she buys.
Is that a real in-game fucking like thing that is Amazon fucking Prime bugs is slowly moving toward? Is that the in-game art? Please tell me it is, because that's so good.
Everything for 150%. Alouette, you are my MVP. For everyone else, you might have to go into the dungeon. My condolences, because the dungeon is not very good. You go inside, kill monsters, and open chests. Very often, they don't contain items. They contain something to fuck you over in a variety of different ways. Each time you get hit, your main character screams.
Fuck.
This happens often, so get used to it. Often.
So not as good as like a Stardew Valley's dungeon. To be fair, that dungeon is kind of like meh
You'll
too,
stay
but
in
like
the dungeon until you find something
at least
of
it's not
value to
annoying.
justify spending your time in this god-awful place, which is filled with all manner of fantasy creatures we know and love, such as vegetable, animal, and of course, tentacle. I fucking hate the dungeon. But it's the only place where ingredients
Me
drop,
too, bro.
and you need these to make fusion items. Some examples are toothpicks, cotton balls, and bat wings, which can be used to make soup. Honestly, anything you encounter down here is not dangerous. They're benign and completely harmless. Imagine robbing the elderly. You wouldn't call them monsters, would you? They're more like walking loot dispensers.
Oh
Yeah,
God, come on.
Once you get their business card,
Jesus
the adventurer.
Christ. Okay, if you like a Stardew Valley or like adventure games like this that have dungeons that are good actually, play Graveyard Keeper. That game is so fucking underrated and is really, really good.
Do get better. The dungeon, however, does not. It is the same randomly generated grid, copy-pasted several hundred times. But Seth, there's boss fights. Correct. They take about the same amount of time to kill as vegetables. I implore you, become a better merchant today. If not for the love of money, then from the deep existential fear of having to go through the equivalent of Dante's Inferno and the 9 circles of hell just to come back with a fucking backslasher. Recettear.
Going with this, so the loot is shit.
Here is a very charming little title, and it's quite different from the rest. I find the act of shilling endlessly to be very relaxing, and I think you will too. Even when you finish the main story, there's still more content. It's not much, but endless mode lets you experience everything you missed without time constraints. There's a lot of little side stories. Yes, they are wholesome and endearing, but I'm just here for the money. Also, don't stay on the main menu, or your ears are going to bleed. If you're a masochist, you can play the Dante Must Die difficulty mode, Survival Hell, where the debt never truly ends. It only keeps increasing
before you are crushed. That girl's poor face. Look at her face, man. Jesus Christ, she's done with life.
Until you're financially crushed. Oh, and also all your progress is gone. Good luck. I give Recettear a 10 out of 10 years ago, back when this game was still relevant. I still play it sometimes to relive my ancestry, so I thoroughly recommend it. Unfortunately, the game never goes on sale.
That's such a good
the
score.
game is currently on sale, and $15 for something older than the average Pyrocynical subscriber is unreasonable. Thus, I strongly encourage you to use a VPN and buy the game in Argentina.
I buy them in Turkey because I can't
pesos,
get any money in Argentina.
$3. Also, I'm proud to announce that I'll be streaming on DLive for the next month. How? Why? Because the Trump of cryptocurrency has bought out the platform, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. That's 4 streams of 2 hours, once a week, each Saturday, at the following times. Come and hang out. It'll be fun. We are literally the second biggest stream besides PewDiePie, because we actually have a script. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild, generously funding and bankrolling these videos. This one, however, is
Oh no, Total Biscuit, no! Oh, Terraria, that reminds me of that Let's Play they had.
Free. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one. Hey, people.
All right. To be fair, this game was too real. This game is like really, really real. It like when you play it, it seems like you're playing EU4 as a fucking vessel of another country. Like that is, you're just waiting to be annexed to like destruction. So you have to pay them and like keep your spies on them just to get your like relationship higher and higher and higher and higher. Jesus Christ, this is too much. Like that kid's like face. Like look at her face. Like she's done with life. Like she doesn't want to do all this shit. That smile is so empty. That smile is so empty. Oh my god, this is too fucked up. Actually, the amount to increase every week near infinitely. Oh no. This is too real. This is too real. Oh my god. See you later, man.